Paragon The Overprime. Reviewed on PC. Paragon The Overprime is an excitingly fun, free-to-play early access multiplayer online battle arena game for PC, available through the Steam and Epic Games stores. You control a hero called Paragons, which are mainly a variety of different species, such as humans, monsters, deities, and cyborgs, battling it out on the only available map called Agnes of Light. Paragon is free to play with a lot of active players, so match queuing times isn't a problem. Most of their revenue comes from cosmetics, which doesn't affect gameplay and is just for aesthetics. Heroes can be purchased and unlocked using real money like a traditional free-to-play MOBA game, but there is also a rotating set of heroes that can be played for free. Paragon is a fast-paced multiplayer online battle arena game with more focus on action aspects rather than tactical. It is a third-person, or over-the-shoulder view game, which is similar to Smite. Currently, there's only one type of game mode for multiplayer, which is a 5 versus 5 battle in a fairly small-sized map, with 3 lanes and only one external tower per lane. There's currently unranked casual mode, as well as ranked competitive modes for those who want progression. Paragon has the traditional creeps, or minions, which are called Titans, rolling to each lane, trying to destroy towers, and in turn, the opponent's core, which will result in a win. It uses the same format of meta when it comes to laning, which usually consists of one tank or hero with flexibility at the top lane, one jungler assassin who roams around and tries to get ganks by appearing out of nowhere to kill a defenseless solo hero, and one mid laner sorcerer, mage, or caster. There are also 2 bot laners, where a ranger, support, or other tank heroes work best. Learning all heroes' abilities is crucial, which makes Paragon's learning curve slightly steep. As the game is fast-paced, the early game doesn't dictate the late game too much, unlike Dota or Defense of the Ancients. This means that a player getting lots of early kills doesn't mean they will win the game. As of now, map objectives include the Prime Guardian, which is similar to Baron from League of Legends or Roshan from Dota. Prime Guardian Underling is similar to Rift Herald from League of Legends, while Prime Spirit is a bit like Dragons from League of Legends, where buffs appear across the map and can significantly affect the game's tie. A typical game lasts around 20 to 30 minutes. There are different types of items tailored for different roles, which is non-restrictive, so you can have a tanky mage, tanky assassin, or even a glass cannon fighter. Graphics are beautiful and much more fleshed out than its predecessor. The character designs are detailed, skill effects are not over the top, while still retaining its beauty. The user interface looks great, although I would appreciate a more detailed version of the stats besides the item bar. And a more noticeable experience progression bar would also be nice, which I didn't really notice until after 10 hours of playing. The skins look really cool, which go above just using the same model with a different color scheme and give a whole new identity to the characters. Just nitpicking, Kwang's pick animation is so weird it looks like it's not even polished. But overall, I'm really impressed by the graphics. The sound design is beautiful and well thought out. You'll hear footsteps behind walls, movement in the bushes, and battle sounds, which adds a lot of factor when it comes to sneaking and ganking. I would appreciate more detail when it comes to voiceover dialogues that are triggered by events like multi-kills, being stunned, or killing or getting killed.
Triple kill!
One thing I don't like is that the announcer sounds too robotic and annoying, and announces things every 10 to 15 seconds. I rather would have heard additional voiceover dialogues with interactions of each hero and events. For that, I'm knocking off 1 point. Paragon is worth sinking in hours and hours since every match won't be the same as previous matches. There are too many situations that can happen that makes each match unique. Another thing is that playing this game isn't so mentally demanding when you lose the game, unlike League of Legends or Defense of the Ancients. It doesn't drain you when you lose. You just queue up another match and play again. At the same time, winning the game feels good and rewarding, even after several brawls, and the action that happens in one game is really fun. The sprint mechanic, in which the shift button can be pressed to increase mobility, comes with a downside as your hero will become rooted when you get hit by an enemy hero. A so-so feature is portals, which in such a small map doesn't affect the game that much, although it makes for exciting situations where you can escape from a fight or respond to a fight quickly. The jump pad in the base makes respawning even faster, so there's not that much punishment when you die. The bushes and invisible pools are a must-have for surprise kills. One thing I don't like, which could just be a bug, is some skills such as Xena's charged dash still deals damage even when enemies aren't directly hit. Some heroes are disgustingly overpowered during the early game, like Faye and Gadget. Tank items on casters as well are extremely unbalanced. Rangers with at least 3 critical items are also unbalanced, as they'll only need to hit casters 5 times to kill them. I'd like to see more variety of items and a better power scaling with regards to itemization. On a more positive note, motion blur can be removed, which for me is a must-have. Hotkeys can be customized as well. Paragon was tweaked to be more like a brawler game, which has a lot of action compared to traditional MOBA games, where tactics, farming, and hero scaling are essential to the game. This makes Paragon the Overprime unique in the MOBA genre, where 60% of the time you're just PvEing instead of constant action. The use of line of sight is quite unique and adds a level of depth to the fog of war element of traditional MOBA games. There are 9 exciting new heroes, 2 of which are originally made by Team Soul Eve, and there are even plans for releasing Paragon on the console as well as controller support. Who knows? There could even be plans for crossplay between PC and console platforms. Another exciting element is that the replay system makes studying previous games a breeze, which can speed up figuring out what aspect needs to improve upon to become a better player. I would definitely recommend Paragon the Overprime, as each game has different scenarios and excitingly fun moments. The amount of fun for this free multiplayer battle arena game is incredible, and for that, I'm rating it a solid 8.3 out of 10. So if you want to have some fun, then download this game, kick back, don't forget to subscribe, and enjoy gaming.